Man, we back for another episode, man, and I'm excited. I'm really, really excited about this episode. We just got done with episode 6 called Mask, and man, there's a lot of good things, man. I want to start off with what was wrong with it, because it's not that much wrong with it, and let's start with Roku. Yeah, Roku was. He didn't do what he was supposed to do in this episode, bro. Basically, he was supposed to tell Aang about Sozin's comment, and he didn't tell him. That was like my only problem with Roku. He just didn't do what he was supposed to do this episode. So I don't know.
Yeah, Roku supposed to set the tone for the whole episode. I mean, for the whole show, because like it put Aang on a timeline. Like Aang got to know, like he got to master these elements in a specific amount of time. So like I really don't. I don't know how they're gonna like tell him that because he's supposed to know that by now. But yeah.
I mean the Roku segment did not rock with it. Him not talking about Sosa's comment, it gives Aang no type of sense of urgency to master all 3 other elements. And yeah, also didn't like how I kinda missed the part about like them opening the door with the 5 blasts. I wish they would have had that.
It should have been a lot harder getting that wrong.
Yeah. It was just bad start of the episode. I'll say
that. Yeah, definitely. Go off of what Gene said. Right, because Sokka and Katara was also supposed to be there at Roku's palace, temple, whatever. Right, and yeah, and that was a little too easy getting in, because the way they got in was they tricked the sage or whatever, the people that were there to open the door, and then that's how Aang got in, stuff like that. That man was Roku was there for. I felt it was 5 minutes. There was no type of like you said, urgency of things that Aang need to do. No mention of a comment, nothing. What he needed to do and things like that. There was none of that.
I think giving Kyoshi more screen time in Roku was kind of insane.
It's kind of crazy.
That was insane.
Definitely
crazy.
Whole fight scene. Definitely. And Kyoshi was not. Yeah, and I'm not even gonna get into it. That was crazy. Yeah, I just don't know. I don't know anymore, and I don't know where they're gonna go with this. So I don't know what's gonna be the because the comment is supposed to be the Fire Nation's source of
That's when they're at their strongest.
That's when they're at the strongest, right? So what is it gonna be?
Yeah.
What are they gonna do? What are they gonna do?
I guess they're gonna mention it later, but I don't know.
Yeah, man. That's and this is what I've been saying. This is what I've been saying from the beginning. One thing I hate about this show is that key moments, key points of character development. Putting Aang on a time. What do you call it?
Time crunch.
Yeah. On a time crunch, kind of like puts him on the hot seat to yo, I gotta start. You know what I mean? Exactly. I gotta lock in. But this doesn't do it.
Man, even when they do talk about Sosa's comment, I mean, once they try to plug it into the show, it's not gonna make no sense. Like wherever they put it at, I mean,
right?
How they gonna come up with it? Like Ara gonna tell Zuko, or like somebody's gonna tell Aang somehow? I mean, it's not gonna make sense wherever they put it.
It was supposed to be Roku, right? So now who's gonna tell him?
Yeah.
Some random person.
And plus,
the owl's gonna come back, I guess.
I bet it's gonna be somebody random.
Yeah, wherever they plug it in, it's not gonna make sense. Whoever
it's not
does
gonna
it,
make sense, bro.
And we don't even know like what, because I know Aang was supposed to. Sosa's comment come at the end of the summer, something like that.
Yeah,
we don't even know what season it is. Like, is it winter? Is it fall? Is it we close to something already? Like,
we really don't.
I guess.
Not right then.
Winter? I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know where we at. Like I said, the show's ass backwards.
Man, wait. Let's talk about the majority of the episode, which was great to me.
Yeah.
The Blue Spirit. Zuko. Hey, man, they doing their thing with Zuko, bro. They telling it how it is. They telling it right. And this is the most accurate the season has ever been. Like, from the Blue Spirit point all the way to, like, basically the end of the episode, this was literally the most accurate it's ever been. And I couldn't even complain about nothing.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this episode. They paid some homage to the cartoon in this one with some scenes.
Did it the right way.
I still don't like Zhao that much. He doesn't really remind me of Zhao, but I guess. But yeah, everything else, like, I really mess with Zuko and Aang's dynamic. I think Aang's seemed more acceptable in some of the scenes in this episode, even though his voice is still annoying. But yeah, I really liked this episode. I really liked how they dealt with the bending, even though the CGI was touchy at points. But yeah, I'll let it pass. But it was a good episode because it was accurate, and the story felt more like well rounded. Like from the start, starting with Iroh and ending with Iroh. I think it was a well planned episode.
Finally got that character development I've been asking for all season with Zuko. You know, telling the story, showing us who he really is as a person. You know, the compassion. I would say, like I said before earlier, Fire Nation is definitely carrying the series for me. Rock went Ozai heavy, ruthless. Yes, I'm messing with it. I mess with the Fire Nation, definitely.
I liked how they showed how powerful Aang was in this episode. Like when they was on that bridge and he knocked them people, I was like, okay, they finally doing something with him. I was like, he's finally like doing a little bit. But they showed a little bit. I ain't really seen much from Aang. I was like, is he that strong? But they finally showed a little hint how like strong he is with the air. I was like, okay, I can rock with this. I also liked how skilled Zuko was fighting everybody. I like how strong they made Zuko.
Okay, is this show about the Avatar or the Fire Nation? Which one is it?
What you mean?
What you mean? What do you mean? What I mean?
Zuko's a big part. Zuko's a main character in the show.
He's one of the main characters, yes, for sure.
He's a 100%. Main character in the show.
He's one of the main characters.
Okay.
But anyways, of course, I'm not gonna disagree that, you know, this wasn't there was a lot of accurate things that happened in this show, especially with the mask. Yeah, going back to Zhao, his character is out of place. It feels out of place. He feel like Zhao is a decorated commander, and in this, it doesn't feel like it. Does it? I don't know. Like, it seems like he's getting ordered from Azula. Like, since when? And now it feels that doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't feel. I feel like the only person supposed to be getting command from is from Ozai, but getting orders from Azula is just weird, and it makes him feel like he's. I don't know. It just doesn't feel right to me. Going back to Aang's still not hitting it for me. To be honest, finally got to see some airbending. Yeah, still ain't doing it for me, to be honest. Aang got a lot of place to go, got a lot to go, and yeah.
Well, I want to get to I think my favorite part of I think probably everybody's favorite part of the episode. The Agni Kai between Zuko and Ozai was the best bending, the most choreography, like the best choreography I've seen. It was like, wow. They did their thing with that fight. I was like, I was surprised, bro. I thought it was gonna be like a quick, Zuko gonna, he gonna give up, then Ozai gonna hit him with the, in the face. I thought that was it, but they gave a whole fight scene, which it was great. It was a great scene, bro. I can't complain about this.
Yeah, that was cool.
Just cool.
I'm
cool.
not gonna
Just
complain
cool.
about it. Like I said,
Just
let me at least
cool.
finish.
Hey, this man
Let
hating
me at
over
least
it,
finish, bro. I said it was cool. Like I didn't have no complaints about it. I can't just say that. I ain't go freaking, hype it. I'm like, oh yeah, that shit was great. Oh yeah.
But you didn't
No.
like. But did you like the scene?
Yes, I did. It was cool. Like I just
talk
said.
about why you like the scene.
Like I
Why
just
was
said,
it just cool?
it was cool.
Talk about why you like the scene.
Well, I definitely like the bending. I definitely definitely demonstrating how powerful Ozai is for sure. And Ozai standing on business, especially with demonstrating that, you know what I mean. If you wanna go up with the big dogs, you know what I mean. You got to start. You got to start somewhere, and you know, uh, telling that backstory definitely was good. I'm not gonna lie, it was. Zuko's, knowing how it happened, and also to kind of what's the word? Kind of like connecting it to how he got the crew and whatnot. That was cool.
I like that change.
Yeah,
that was a good change.
That was cool. But yeah, like that's all I gotta say about it. I'm not gonna be like, oh my god, it was fantastic. Like,
well,
cool. Like, that's it.
For me, I really liked how in this episode we got to see Zuko's like he got some baseline morals that he believes in that he's gonna stand on, and like even though like we know he's cold hearted to the crew, it's like we know that he got like care for them, he got care for everybody that follow him. So like that was a real cool thing to see that his king characteristics like carry all the way throughout the show. So like that's a really good character development.
Yeah, the Editing Cow was definitely my favorite season of the series. Probably, definitely like how the martial arts was top tier.
Yeah,
fight scene was fire. The bending, the CGI, it was on point. I rocked with it, and I definitely like how they got Zuko's story pretty accurate. They got that down pat. Show is like I said before, the character development that I've been asking for. I finally got it. Really show who Zuko is, and definitely favorite season of the season so far. Rocking with it, I like it. Not gonna say it's just cool. I like it. I like it.
I feel like it's the
Yeah, I
same
like
thing. It's the
I like
same
it.
thing.
No, it's not.
I like it. Man. I like it.
It don't matter.
Well, let's figure it out. The ratings. You want to get to the ratings?
Sam, yeah, go first. Go ahead.
Yeah.
All right, just y'all since I'm the target here.
We want to be fair
He's
here.
the hater.
Let's be
like I said, I've said this from episode 3. This show is mid. It's mid. And I'm gonna stand behind it. I'm not gonna change my perceptive or perspective from just because of one part of the show, one scene of the show. Like, come on.
But also,
like, more than that. Like,
but also, like to argue that, I feel like when the show does good things, we got to give it credit.
and I did give it credit.
We got to give it good credit to it.
I did give it credit.
It was accurate.
Like, I don't know if the writers wrote this one, but it did feel like they did. They had some sort of like input on this episode.
The input, yes. The part, I feel like it seems like they were involved in the Fire Nation's part, but some other part, the main thing.
We can't argue Roku, but you gotta like you've been asking for accurate.
But still,
you've been asking for accurate,
and that's cool. And that's cool.
They gave it to you with the blue spirit,
and I accept it. It was cool.
But the blue spirit was the majority of the episode.
It was cool. You know what I mean? It was straight.
All right, man, just give you a rating.
And some part of it too. I don't remember Ing chatting this long with Zuko.
That was good. That was a good moment though.
I guess
That was a good moment. I actually appreciated that. That was good. Let them cook.
Let them cook a little bit.
Anyways, my rating is a 6.5. And yeah, like I said, it was cool. And I'm standing on that.
I mean, first part of the episode was a bad start. They butchered Roku. The middle part from the Blue Spirit all the way down to the Agni Kai, all the way down to Iroh. Talking about the story, I say that was probably 9 out of 10 out of me. It didn't end cold. Didn't make no sense, but I gotta his averages. So averages, I probably for the entire episode, I give it a 8. 7.5.
Straight over. All right.
I didn't know it was rating the fights either.
What? It's the whole episode.
Okay then. Yeah, I'm still sitting on that 6.5.
So based on the fighting, the CGI, story, the character development, character dynamics,
from the Fire Nation.
the dialogue between Aang and Zuko.
Sure, I guess.
I really gonna give this episode an 8. I think it deserves an 8. It did a lot of good things. This is my highest rated episode of the season, and it deserves that. You know, they did what I asked. It wasn't perfect, but we got a lot of good things. So yeah,
I'm gonna give it a 9, honestly, because I gave episode 3 an 8, and this was by far the most accurate and best episode of the whole show. And there was only one complaint that I had, and it was Roku, and he was only in it for like 5 minutes. The rest of the whole episode was pretty accurate, pretty amazing, nothing to complain about, and that's why it's a 9 to me.
Hey man, that's
pretty high.
That's your opinion. Your
disagreements at the table, but
I think it's the best episode in the show.
It's best, to disagree to agree. You know what I mean? It is what it is. We all can't view the same. We all can't view it the same way.
Can I ask you a question though?
Yeah.
Do you think this is like a lead up of emotions that like affects your score?
For sure, 100%.
Okay.
100%.
I'm glad you admitted that. Okay.
Huh?
I'm glad you admitted that.
I mean, yes, because I anything I watch, my emotion, I have to feel something towards it. I'm not just gonna rate it just because of something. Like I have to, I have to feel something from it.
If it was more consistent, you would feel
For
better.
Sure.
You would feel better.
100%.
I just feel like, I don't know. We gotta rate it. I feel like you gotta go by each episode.
I mean, that's
I know that's what we're doing, but that's like you have the build up. You kind of got like already a build up of like hate towards it, and it's kind of swaying your rating.
No, not at all.
I feel like that's what's going on.
A build up of hate, bro. Our emotions throughout this whole show has been up and down, up and down, bro.
Like, I'm at an up right now. It's pretty high.
What's going to be next episode?
I don't know.
Next episode, we might go straight to the dits, bro. Like,
And we're not saying you're wrong.
I'm not saying you're wrong.
I know.
I just feel like you have a lot of build up that's affecting the rate.
Look, like I said from the beginning, bro. This show means something to me, and I'm sure it does mean something from each and every one of y'all. Also, you know what I mean? And
so, what do you need to see to get you back on the train? Then
they gave you what you wanted. It was
wait. If they give you like 2 decent episodes after this, how you gonna feel about the show?
I would give what it needs to be given. Like,
really?
I would stand on it.
A 6.5 for this episode, though.
Like I said, bro. Like
better. Is that your highest? This your highest one?
Yes, it is my highest rating. But nothing has been like, oh my gosh, like what?
I don't know, that Ozai and Zuko was.
Don't get me wrong. It was tough for sure. It was tough. That fight was the best fight.
Not just cool. Tough.
Not just cool.
That was probably the best fight for sure. The best fight for sure. But I'm not just gonna base that off just that one 6-minute scene, bro. Come on.
But the whole 47-minute but the whole Blue Spirit thing was accurate. It gave
for sure. That was fine too.
You're not gonna get a chance.
Right, I'm not gonna change my answer.
All right, bro, I get it.
I said, man, man, they need. I'm a fan, and I'm gonna stand on it.
We're all fans.
We're all fans, and this was
I expected better.
I'm satisfied with this episode.
I'm very satisfied.
I expected better.
I'll say the same.
Well, that's gonna cap off this, man. Episode 6 was great to me, and some people.
Pointing fingers is crazy.
Bro, it's cool.
When you point one finger, you got 3 pointing back.
It's cool. Man, stay tuned for episode 7. Hopefully, they keep riding. Come on, keep going higher.
Please.
Don't disappoint me.
We'll see.
But yeah, tune in.
All right.